everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to change the contrast of a video, how to change the RGB, like how to adjust the RGB color, how to adjust the HSL color, and there is one more thing which I want to show you, like how to map white to green LUT. I am not really sure what that means in React Native's new architecture for Android using the Media 3 transformer library. First of all, I am applying this contrast change. So here you can see I am applying this particular contrast. I'll click on pick video, and the first thing it does is that it redirects me to the settings app. Now this is a new thing in newer Android device called manage external storage permission. That permission is required as soon as I change the contrast of a video. I want to save it to external storage. That's why we require this particular permission. Now for older Android device we require read write external storage permission. I have covered that as well in this particular video. Now first I will scroll to my app, so the user will have to scroll through this, and here you can see my app. I will just check this particular checkbox and I will go back, and here you can see the video picker was opened. For video picker we don't require any specific permission. I'll just select this video and it will start playing that particular video inside the video player. Now just so it is playing the original video, I haven't applied the contrast yet. Just give me a second. Okay, alright. Now as if you like, there is one bug which I couldn't really figure it out. If I click on this particular video, I'm trying to click on it, you are not able to see the play, pause or the seek bar. This is a React Native bug. I managed to fix it, but it causes some other bug which I will show you later in the code. Now if I click on convert, it will start to do the conversion, and as you can see over here, the one which you see at the start, 1 and the 2, that is the progress state, that is not the actual progress. The second value which you see like 0, 6, 7, 8, 9, level 12, that is the actual progress state. And another thing which I want to tell you is this value which you see 55, 56, it won't reach till 100 because I have added a 500 milliseconds delay, so that's why. But the progress state which is 2 at the moment will go back to 0. So with the help of that you can track whether the progress was completed or not. Also there are 2 callbacks as well, on completed and on error, which help us to track whether the progress was completed or not. And here you can see I have applied that particular contrast. So this is how the video looks like. If I click on pick video again, here you can see the transformed video where we change the contrast is also saved. Now suppose if you select an extremely big video, the transformation will take time, so be patient. Second is the transformation happens on a background thread, so you don't have to worry about anything. So this is for contrast. Now I will quickly show you HSL adjustment as well. Okay, now again I have to rerun my app because I have changed native code. But anyways, in the meantime I will show you the actual code. So first create a React Native application, and the first thing which you have to do is open this turbo module docs, because we need to create that turbo module for manage external storage permission. Neither permission Android or React Native permissions library provide this manage external storage permission. That's why I have to create this turbo module. So open this doc because I will be copying a lot of code from this. So as you can see I have created a folder called RTN my permission. Inside that create a package.json file. Again now I have copy pasted everything from docs, only this name has been changed, this has been changed, this has been changed, and this has been changed. Then I have created a podspec file. Again I have copy pasted everything from docs and only this name has been changed. Then I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created a TypeScript file. Again I have copy pasted it from docs, only this name has been changed. I have added 2 methods. First to check whether you are above Android queue or not. If yes, then only we will call this get manage external storage permission, otherwise we call the read write external storage permission. Then inside Android create build.gradle file. Again copied it from docs, only this version has been upgraded. Compile HDK version is 34. I have added apply plugin Kotlin Android as well as Kotlin standard lib of 1.9.22, and here I have added this RTN my permission namespace as well. Then inside src you will have to create all this folder. So first create my permission package.kt. Again I have copy pasted it from docs, Only thing is I have changed this name, I have changed this name, this and this. Then I have created a similar file, my permission module.kt, again copied it from docs, only names have been changed. And here we are also extending activity event listener. So inside init state we are listening for that particular event. So if it is above Android queue, then this is how we check it. For getting manage external storage permission, I have created one helper method to check whether we have the permission or not. If not, over here then we are launching the settings app and we are listening for it using start activity for result. So once the user comes back, we again check whether we have the permission or not. If yes, then send true, otherwise send false. So that's it for the turbo module. Now I will quickly show you the output where I am changing the HSL adjustment. Okay, so as you can see, I'll click on pick video, I'll select the original video. Also, if you want, you can apply all these effects simultaneously, like you can apply HSL adjustment, RGB adjustment, as well as contrast simultaneously. I'm just showing it one by one so that you can actually know the difference. Now again, this will take a little bit of time. What you can do is you can open the go to this Fabric native module documentation, because this player and the convert button and the transform video which you are seeing, we will build this using this Fabric native components. So again, open this docs because we will be copying a lot of code from this. Now let's see how much. Okay, it's almost done. So here you can see this is how the changing the HSL adjustment. Here you can change this value of adjust hue, saturation and lightness to whatever you feel like. Okay, alright, so the next effect which I will show you is, I will quickly comment this, and on comment this I also need to run this there is a code gen command which I will show you shortly, because that I am running it like I am not showing that you inside the app, because that will again waste a lot of time. But I will show you at the very end. Whenever you are changing some native code, you have to run the code gen. So I will quickly run it and come back. So I have run the code gen commands. I'll quickly run my app again. In the meantime, what we can do is we will create this RTN my player from, and we will be copying code from this particular URL or this particular documentation. So first create RTN my player. Inside that we have creating package.json file. Again, I have copy pasted everything from docs, and only this name has been changed, this has been changed, and this has been changed. Rest everything is same. Then I have created a JS folder. Inside that I have created a TypeScript file. Again, I have copy pasted everything from docs. Only changes, I am passing this URL and this particular name has been changed. Then here I have created an Android folder. Inside that I have created build.gradle file. Again, I have copy pasted everything from docs. Only this version has been updated. I have added apply plugin Kotlin Android. Compile SDK is 34, min SDK is 24, target SDK is 34, namespace is RTN my player, which I have changed. And here I have added Kotlin standard lib as well. Then over here I have added exoplayer UI as well as exoplayer HLS for playing the video, common effect and transformer for adding any for those transformation like changing the contrast or HSL or RGB, those kind of stuff. And here I have added this lifecycle runtime because I want to make use of Kotlin coroutines. Then inside src main java com RTN my player, I have created this I have created this file called myplayerpackage.kt, and here we again copied it from the docs. Only changes this particular name and this particular name. I have annotated it with @unstable API because this file references my player manager, which references that myplayer.kt, and myplayer.kt actually has this media 3 APIs which are unstable at the point of me recording this video, but I think by the time you watch it they should become stable. So firstly I will go to myplayerpackage.kt. again I have copy pasted everything from docs, so you can just do that and change this name. Then coming back to myplayermanager.kt, again copied it from docs. Everywhere I have changed it to myplayer. As you can see, everything else remains the same. And here we are creating our referencing our creating object for our my player class, and as we were passing a URL prop. So as soon as we get a URL, we just call init input player, which is a method which I have created inside myplayer.kt. Now if I come to myplayer.kt, as you can see at the very top, these are all the imports firstly, so you can just copy paste all these imports if you want to. Okay, and here we are extending firstly linear layout, lifecycle event listener, transformer.listener, and lifecycle owner. Lifecycle event listener because I want to override lifecycle methods. Transformer.listener as I want to override two methods, on completed and on error, which are called once the transformation is done. And lifecycle owner because I want to make use of Kotlin coroutines. Then I have just written this boilerplate code because we want to make use of Kotlin coroutines. Then I have created one handler as well as progress holder, two XO players, two player views, one button and one progress bar. Then I have created a file name, playback position is 0, play when ready is true. Then I have created a transformer. Then I have created one file path variable, local video URL is null at the start. Then I have added an event listener, lifecycle event listener. Then we are setting some layout params to our linear layout. Here we are initializing our player view, and as you can see I am displaying all the buttons, but due to a React Native bug we are not able to see this, like the play, pause, the seek bar, those kind of buttons. Then I have created a button called convert, added it to our linear layout, and added one click listener on it called setup transformer. Then I have created an output player view as well, which looks very similar to input player view. The only thing is it is invisible by default. And then I have created one progress bar, it is also invisible by default, and added it to our linear layout. Now if you remember, I told you like I have found one solution of displaying those play pause button on our video player. So these are the two methods, and you also have to call this setup layout hack over here. But the reason why I'm not using it, because once you call this setup layout hack over here, it causes our input player view to occupy entire width and height, even though if you see our input player view has height of 350. Now even that is fine. The other issue is that our button, this button overlaps on our input player view, so we can't really see our input player view because the button is overlapping and it is also occupying the entire width and height. So that's why I couldn't really figure it out. But this is definitely a React Native bug because the same code works perfectly fine in native Android and Flutter. Then I have created this setup layer. Okay, so I have told you this. So here we are initializing our input player, and the same method has been called inside my player manager.kt. This is the code for initializing our output player. This is the code for releasing our player. And once setup transformer is called, if the output player is playing some video, we first pause it, then we call transform video. Then if you see our transform video, we are first showing our progress bar. Then I have an array list of effect. So this is the first effect which you can apply. Again, I'm not really sure what it does. It was in the documentation, that's why I wanted to show it to you. Maybe you know what it exactly does. When I will show you the output, you will see that there is no difference in the output, so I couldn't really figure it out. If you want to do RGB adjustment for a video, I will show you this output in a bit. You can use this particular code. If you want to do HSL adjustment, uncomment this code and use this, but make sure you comment all the other. Again, if you want, you can apply both of them simultaneously. And if you want contrast, you can uncomment this code. Then here we are creating our transformer. Here we are creating our input media item. Then we are creating our edited media item and passing our effect, creating our external file and starting our transformer. And here we are tracking the progress of how much transformation has been done. So if you remember, the progress state was 0, 1 and 2. So this is the value which helps us to track progress state. And the progress holder dot progress goes from 0 to 100. And the reason it wasn't going to 100 because I have added this 500 milliseconds delay over here. Now for progress state, don't use 0, 1 and 2. Like there are proper names for it. So if you go down here, you can see the 0 stands for progress state not started, 1 stands for progress state waiting for availability, and 2 stands for progress state available. Next, here this is the code for creating our external file, and this is the code for saving file to external storage. Now this helps us to save the file in the DCIM folder, and it only works on API 29 and above. Even I have copy pasted this code from online, so even I don't know what is happening over here. But basically, if you want to support below API 29, you can watch my video on how to save file to downloads directory. That won't save it to DCIM folder, but I think that's fine. Like saving file to DCIM folder below API 29 is very hectic and very chaotic as well. That's why I couldn't figure it out. Then on completed gets called once your transformation has been done. So we are displaying our output layer, initializing it, saving file to external storage, and hiding our progress bar. In case of error, we are hiding both output layer and progress bar and displaying a toast message. And these are the lifecycle hooks. So on host pause and on host destroy, we are releasing our player. Now quickly, before running the code generation part, I will quickly show you the output for RGB adjustment, I guess. RGB adjustment. So I'll click on my running device, I'll click on pick video, I will select my original video, then I'll just click on convert, and this will take little bit of time. So I'll come back once I will show you the output once that is ready. But in the meantime, what you will have to do is you will have to go to Gradle.properties, search for new arc enabled and make this as true. Also you will have to go to app src main android manifest.xml. I have to add internet permission, because at the end of the video I will also show you how to apply these effects for a video which is stored on a network URL on a server. Then read-write external storage permission we require, as well as manage external storage permission we require. Then you also need to install one more dependency called React Native Image Picker. This will help us to filter out videos from our video picker, help us to select a video. So here you can see this is how the RGB adjustment looks like. So this is the output for it, and I will also show you one for this map white green to LUT. I'll just comment this out. Okay, and I'll just copy this, I'll paste it over here. My player, the reason why I'm doing changes in Android Studio is because Android Studio gives proper IntelliSense, but you won't be able to see this, you won't be able to see your code in Android Studio because you haven't run code generation part yet. Okay, so I'll quickly run code generation and come back. So I have run my code generation commands. Now for you to run code generation command, what you will have to do is you will have to open your terminal, go to the root of your React Native project, firstly run this command, then you will have to run this command, then you will have to do cd ... it will move you outside your React Native project, then run this command. But here instead of rnapp you will have to write your own project name. As you can see, my project name is rnapp over here as well as over here. Then I will have to run this particular command. So this will do code generation for Android, then do cd android and then run this particular command. This will do code generation for Android. So cd to the main Android folder. So now if you open Android folder inside Android Studio, you should be able to see all these folders, RTN my player, RTN my permission. Now I would recommend you, whenever you change your code, do not change it inside Android Studio, because if you change it inside Android Studio and don't change it inside VS Code, and if you run this particular code generation command, your changes will get lost. So make sure if you are doing any changes in Android Studio, copy those changes in VS Code file as well. Alright, so I'll quickly show you the output for mapping. Again, I'm not really sure what is the output. Looks very similar to the original video. So I'll just click on convert. Okay, it will take time anyways. By the meantime, I will show you the code on how to use it. So here you inside app.tsx, you will firstly have to import all these files, and then as you can see, I have created one state for our video URI. I am using this use Windows dimension. On press of our button, I am checking whether you are above Android queue or not. If yes, ask for manage external storage permission. If permission is given, then call pick video. And if below Android queue, then I'm asking for read write external storage permission. If permission given, then call pick video. If you see pick video, we are filtering by videos, and once the user picks a video, we get the video URI, assign it to our set video URI method. And if you see the last part, if video URI not equal to empty, then only I am displaying our player component. Now this is the output. So as you can see, not much difference, but yeah, it is what it is. So as you can see, there is this green background which has been applied. I think that's the main part, but anyways, that's only I could figure it out. But yeah, now coming back to how to apply these changes to a video saved on network URL. All you have to do is, so I have this URL, I'll just paste it over here, but I have already given the read write external as well as manage external storage permission, which is used for saving file to external storage. So if you don't want to save file, you can ignore that, but if you want to, then you might have to call this particular code inside use effect. Once the permission is given, then only assign it to, or then only display your RT and my player component, something like that. I'll quickly save because this is JavaScript code. The changes should get applied pretty quickly. And here you can see this is the video. Now I'll just click on convert and it should do the conversion for us. So here you can see again, I'm using this map white to green LUT. So if I think that if there is a white background, then it changes it to green, something like that. But yeah, that again the output I know is not. So here you can see the green has been applied because there was a white color, I guess. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.